Hi, I'm back. So basically now I got this stuff together for you. As you can see, this is the chicken right here that I got together. What I'm going to do is now is give it a little hint of, you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use regular vinegar, distilled vinegar, whatever is preferred that you like. But I like to do this on my chicken, not because people say, "Oh, you do that because the chicken stink." No, my chicken don't stink. Okay, my chicken don't stink. But what I do is put vinegar on my chicken all the time because let it sit, because it helps tenderize the vinegar. The acids in the vinegar breaks down into the chicken to where when you cook it, it will cool right off the bones without you overcooking it, and it gives it more flavor. So you just dazzle your chicken with some apple cider vinegar. Okay. Not much. Just hit it with apple cider vinegar. Now I'm gonna let it sit off to the side, so and let it sit. Think about what it did. You know, I put it on punishment. So I put it on the side so they can think about what it did. Now, I know you ain't gonna see my face most of the time. That's perfect. As long as you hear my voice, that's fine. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do, you might not see it that way either. The next thing I'm gonna do is get the herbs ready. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need for this part. What I'm about to make is compound butter, but there's only one type of butter that you only can use that's more continuously healthy for you than any other butter that's out there. First, I'm gonna got some sage, rosemary. You can get thyme, whatever you prefer. I got some scallions, some celery. Yeah, the celery. And I got some dill. I love cooking with dill, so that's the top deal for me. So put that to the side. I'm going to show you who makes grass-fed butter. Basically, you will look for this. This butter here is called plant butter. This is plant-based butter. And basically, when it's plant-based, it's basically grass-fed. Grass-fed butter is the best butter. Now, if you go to a normal store, see, because it says, as you can see, it says here, dairy-free. If you go to the store, they have an olive oil and coconut, but they plant-based, and this is a very good butter to use when you're doing this type of stuff, especially on the health kick and all that stuff. It's in stores. Now, if you can't find this one in stores, in your local, you can find this Country Crock one, you can find in your local stores, or any other brand that says plant-based or grass-fed. Now, if you're a Whole Foods person, Trader Joe's person, you can find it in there as well too. It would say grass-fed. I know in Whole Foods it would say grass-fed butter. Right off the bat, it have a cow on it, grass-fed butter. Trader Joe's pretty much will say the same thing, grass-fed butter. Doesn't make a difference. The reason why, the only thing I paid for was the name. One, you're paying for this name. Two, it was on sale. That's the reason why I got it. It wasn't on sale because this butter is very expensive. If it's not on sale, don't buy it. Go to Whole Foods. See, they got a sale on the grass-fed butter, but make sure it's grass-fed, plant-based butter. So, you need 1 stick of this. You're going to melt this down, clarify this butter down. Then you're going to mix your herbs into the butter. Then let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes. So to like, how you say it, not congeal. I'm trying to think of the name. I know the name's in my head, but let it sit to come back to some type of hardness of the butter, but soft wise. Once it's cooled down and it gets back to where it's supposed to be, you're gonna put it all over your chicken. And when you put it all over your chicken, it's gonna taste wonderful. You don't need no other seasoning. One other thing I want to show you, since we're on this kick, since people don't know, is that, one second, where is it? Where is it? No, you're up here. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for it now. What the hell? Oh, I moved it. My bad. I moved it. Okay. A lot of people don't understand this. I had suffered from high blood pressure. And because taking in too much salt. So I came along because one of my good peoples tell me about this salt. It's better for you. And it's good for you. This is real salt. Okay? This is real salt, as you can see. Pink or gray salt is the very grained salt that comes from the earth. Now, you can use pink or gray, whichever one is better, but I use Heinzman salt, pink fine salt. You can use the rock salt. It's a very good salt. It works because since I have high blood pressure and got rid of it, by the time I started using this salt, I literally pressure just went poof. So I use about a pinch of this salt. I don't use much of this salt, but I use about a pinch or two, and just to bring out in vegetables, just a pinch will bring out the flavoring a little bit more when you're sauteing vegetables or something like that. So this is a great acronym for it. Also, what I also cook with, it's very good for you. For coloring and basically for it's good for you that I use. Its color is turmeric. Turmeric, it's great for you. It's great for inflammation. It's great for weight loss. It's great for a lot of things. And turmeric is the best thing. Now, one thing about if you use fresh or in a bottle, this says ground and organic, so it's fresh. This stuff will stain heavenly. This is like a dye. Okay? To clothes. I've seen people dye shirts and turn your white shirts into yellow shirts by using turmeric. Be careful when you're using this stuff, because sometimes I overdo it and then stains my nails, and like I have a fungus between my nails, but which is not. So anytime you see me and my nails is yellow, this is the reason why. Try to wear gloves when you're using this stuff, because it really will stain. It will eventually come out of your cookwares and stuff like that if you use a scouring pad, But try to keep it away from counters, because it will stain, especially white counters. It will stain your counter, granted, non-granted, the good stuff, it will stain and it's hard to get out. So this is another good sauce we're going to use tonight as well. And black pepper, I'm always a fan of the pepper. But first, let's start with the sweet herbs. And I'm going to get that in there. Excuse me. Get my trusty knife. I'm going to get this butter in a pot so it can still be melting even though it's soft now. Okay. first off, I need a bowl. I need a couple of bowls out. We're gonna start with one and a bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the celery. So I'll just yeah, this is perfect. So I'm gonna break off about 2 things of celery. I'm gonna wash them. Put the rest back. Because you ain't gonna need much. You don't want nothing overpowering. Okay. So let's do this. When you rinse the celery, make sure you rinse it real good, because celery holds a lot of dirt. So I'm gonna get the celery dried off. Now it depends on how you cut your celery. My cord back before I cut it by accident. I don't want that to happen. Okay, part off, that part. I don't want the last part. We don't want the booty part. So basically, you can cut the celery like this in strips first. See what I'm doing? Okay. So when you do it that way, I don't have a cutting board, so don't judge me. Thank God it's not real granted. Okay, so we got celery in the bowl. And we're just gonna, as we cut, we're just gonna put it in the bowl. Okay. Again, you're gonna cut the celery into strips. When I was a kid, I used to hate celery. Oh boy. I can tell you some stories of me and celery. Back when I was a little lad. And trust and believe, I can get kids to eat anything that comes to mind. They be like, oh, I don't like celery. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. Best to believe, when I'm done with cooking with it, you will like it. Now, you will have a kid that's really a picky eater. Okay. You will have a kid that's a picky eater. And the trick is you can also marinate your food in orange juice, apple juice. You want to give a little hint of cranberry juice. So hit it with that. And it gives it actually flavor. You can cook with orange juice and apple juice in certain foods. And the acidity of it will give it a good flavor that your kids will eat and go about their business. They'll be like, oh, this is great. I was taught to use certain foods like it's not sweeteners, but you can hit foods with a little bit of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract goes a long way in making things sweet as well. That's something to use sugar. If you're gonna sweeten, like people like to sweeten carrots. If you're gonna sweeten carrots, use raw sugar, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like too. I have them in the packs, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that later. I have them in the packs. Okay, next I want to get my onions before I do all the other stuff. So I'm going to use these little bitty bitty onions. You can use these type of onions, which is these little white boiler mushrooms, but I'm not going to use these today. I am going to use regular size onions today. So with this butter, just one onion, and then later on you're going to cut another onion for the chicken and put on top. What's in the oven. Now, what I love about cooking with onions, especially sweet onions, well, it can be sweet. It can be a sweet onion, white onion, any onion. I just love cooking with onions. Okay. So I'm gonna cut the onion. 1. Put it down the middle. 2. Now the onion has to be diced. You're gonna ask, how the heck you gonna dice onions? Dice the onion. Very simple. It's very simple to do. Let me get this one cleaned off too, so we can just do it all at one time. Make sure you peel your onion. And I'm doing it step by step with you so you can see how things are done. Okay. I always keep a garbage can near me because I don't like traveling across my kitchen floor with stuff and it falls, and I got a bigger job to deal with when I clean up. So I'm just gonna go like this with the onion. I don't know if you can see it. So just like this, as fine as you can get. Now I'm gonna show you why. The key point of keeping the back on. This piece holds everything together to make it easier to cut. So when I take my knife, I go in 1, as far as you can, 2, as far as you can, and 3, as far as you can. If you can't get 3, don't worry about it. Then you just hit it. Bam. No machine, no nothing. And in the garbage goes. Put that in there. Put that in there. So now let's see how simple that is. See that? It's very simple. Okay. I'm gonna teach you how to make kids a good, healthy breakfast that they will love to eat every day. I send my knife over to the people to sharpen it because I don't normally sharpen it. I have somebody do it for me because I don't have the stone for it to be sharpened. So I got this one about 4 times. Perfect. Okay. I don't keep a whole thing of onions. That's part about working in a dang on restaurant. You don't it's a lot you gotta learn working in a restaurant. We don't go fast, Mumbai. Okay. There we go. Got the onions cut. Oh, scallions next. Let me see, because I washed them. And so you wash them up before you come home from the store. When you wash them when you come home from the store, wrap them up in paper towel, put them back in the bag, in the bottom of the crisper. If your crisper has adjustable setting, well, did I take it out the crisper? No, put it in the refrigerator. I have 3 of them compartments, but one doesn't have the timing, but as long as you wrap it up in paper, you're good to go. I like to keep the rubber bands on because it helps guide me a little bit. So now we're just going to take some scallions. Remove the rubber band. It helps. See, when you do that, it helps out a lot for me. People are scared to cut up the scallions to the point now. There's no return of the bottoms. Basically, the bottoms have some oniony flavor to it, so you want to cut those up as well too. Okay. Get that in there. I gotta get a bench scraper because I don't have a bench scraper. Okay. But I do have a sink. Okay. So there, the scallions, onions, celery is set. Now we're gonna get the herbs. I'm gonna start with the sage. So just start with as much sage you can. Another thing, I love the way sage smells as well too. This will give more flavor to the butter. Okay, we'll add more of those. So, not the sage. Stems and all. Rough cut. Just going at a rough cut. Okay. So. And the reason why I'm doing this is because you want to release the flavors into the butter. So. Okay. I don't play games. A napkin. Extra stuff. Like I said, don't judge me. I don't have a cutting board. I've just moved into this place, so it's taking a while for our own process to do. Next is my rosemary. I used to work with a lady named Rosemary. It's funny. Now, here's the trick with rosemary. A lot of y'all will sit here with rosemary and pick one end off. You grab it. First, you grab it by here. You pick the top off. Then you grab it here and you go like that. It takes it all off the stems. So you gotta grab it by the stem, then if it's at the top, just pull it. There you go. So, yeah, so with rosemary, you just wanna bring it, pull it back this way. Pull it off the stem. And just pull it back. If it comes, the stem comes off with it, just take it with it. We don't want the stems. We just want the leaves. Ooh, it's hot in my kitchen. Why is it so hot? So I'm just gonna need just like this little sprig of rosemary. And yeah, just gonna need like a sprig of rosemary. Because again, you don't want everything overpowering each other. You want to keep things as a minimum as possible. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. And this is basically seasoning. You don't have to use seasoning, salt, or nothing. You're seasoning your food just like as is. Okay. So we're working with rosemary. And we're going to tell rosemary to get its butt cooked. So, just enough rosemary. You can get more than this, but this is about like a teaspoon. So, we can just try to hit it with some more rosy. So see how it's easy to come off. When rosy don't act right, this is what you do. Okay. Now we're going to gather it all together. And again, just gonna cut. We're just not cutting into it. We're just breaking it down so we just activate the flavor. And I love the smell of it. I'm always nicking my thumb because I keep forgetting to tuck my thumb behind. Okay, got that going. Put that in there. All right. And last but not least, my favorite deal. Now, this stuff here is overpowering, so you gotta be careful of how much you use. So once you use, it's already washed because I cleaned them before I got home. When I got home, so I'm going to use about that much. That's all I'm gonna use. And with dill, you don't have to just cut it in light moderations like you do onions. See all the oil just coming out. Okay, now I'm gonna put the dill in here. Then I'm gonna bring the pan over and I'm gonna show you how to do this. And show you what it looks like. So it's supposed to look like in a pot. So right now, okay, pot over. The oven is on, so see, I don't know if y'all can see it. But I'm gonna lift this up for a minute and show y'all. So you see, this is funny. I'm gonna try to get y'all to see the butter. But as you can, excuse me, 1 minute, here we go. So as you can see how the butter is clarified, melted down by itself, you have no heat. So by being that it was on the stove and the oven is on, it's starting to melt. So you're gonna add all this in to this butter, one stick of butter. Make sure you get it all out. Okay. Now, a spoon somewhere. How many guys remember this spoon? This spoon here, whoo, bring you back some memories. Didn't I tell you not to do that no more? Yeah, this bring back memories. But get your, I like wooden spoons. Get your nice spoon. You're gonna mix all this together. Even though now the butter is softer, that's even fine. So you ain't gotta heat the butter up. You ain't gotta cook the herbs. You just mix it all in there. With a ham sandwiches. Excuse me, I'm being interrupted on Facebook. Okay. So back to this sauce. I'm going to show you what it looks like once I can finish completing it. Now this part where you're going to add in, you don't have to add the salt to the chicken at all. You're going to add in just a light amount of salt, just to break up the juices and everything. Then you're gonna hit it with some black pepper because, like I said, you're not gonna season the chicken. This is gonna do it. And that's it. That's all. That's all you need is that. Give it a good mixture in that plant-based butter. And there you go. This is what it looks like. Yeah, y'all, I'll show y'all what it looks like. See? Looks like cream spinach, but it's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting interrupt messages on my phone, so give me a minute. Ooh, it's hot in this kitchen. I'm gonna open up this window. Going for menopause in 1 second. Alright. Had to open the door. So now I'm gonna put this to the side and let it sit. And then I want you to work on the chicken next. Get the chicken in the oven. What's gonna go with this meal? With this chicken, you can cook anything else with any side. Well, the side should be a healthy side with it. Vegetable wise, I might go into doing a broccoli with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do broccoli with it. I don't have fresh broccoli, but close to fresh broccoli. I got frozen broccoli, florets. So we're gonna make these next. with that, that's on the side for it. Now, you're always going to need a starch. So a starch will be, you want to cook like pot of rice, seasoned rice. Something that's not too saturated in fat. You could do mashed cauliflower, which is super mashed potatoes. It's a lot you can do. Also, you can do with beans. Make a nice bean side to go with it. But what side I'm going to make is a non-fat cheesy side. But right now, I'm just focused on the meat to show y'all what y'all can make with it. And as far as sides come, you could do broccoli, carrots, rice, corn. Pretty much anything, but nothing too heavy. Not like, now if you're gonna do macaroni and cheese, you can do not Kraft macaroni and cheese, but you can do homemade macaroni and cheese. Cut back on the cheese and the milk. Use other alternatives, like I would use a little bit of half and half. I would use a little bit of skim milk, skim cheese, low fat cheese. You can find all this in the stores to make things more healthier for you. Cheese does have a lot of salt. You want to cut back on the cheese as well, making the cheese as well. Certain cheeses have a lot of salt. But right now, I'm gonna get back to this chicken and show you how to prepare it, and then what to put it on. Then I'm gonna make something to show you to make. To glaze the chicken, give the chicken a little hit to it in the cooking process. Okay. So, wait a minute, get this chicken out over here. Okay. Drain this apple cider vinegar oil. That's my phone, somebody texting me. Okay. So, don't mind, here's the chicken. So now I'm going to get ready to put the mixture on it, show you how to prepare that. 1 second, guys. The messages. Okay. Just if you're rudely interrupted. Now, what you're gonna do, make sure you got a sheet pan, because this is going to be roasted. Roast the chicken. Okay. Show you, sheet pan, and we're going to roast it. Darn it. I'm in here cooking and people hitting me up. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Just pour it all on. Just go in. Pour it all on the chicken. Okay, like that. Boom, bam, bam, bam. Take your hand and coat all the chicken with it. You don't want no stones unturned, uncovered. Okay. Make sure all of it got a good coating. Just want to make sure. Okay. Now, you can prepare this the night before, put it in the refrigerator, and let it marinate even more. This is a good marinator. Or you can just go directly straight to the oven because that's where it's going. So, move this to the side. Get the pans cleaned up. Okay, get some soap. I always keep soap in my kitchen, hand soap, for this reason, so I won't waste my dishwashing liquid. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you the panning, and then I'm gonna give you the time and everything of how long to leave it in there. Whew. Okay. So now, I'm going to get a sheet pan. I love using sheet pans. Now, if you don't have parchment paper, you can get parchment paper out of the grocery store. If you don't have parchment paper, grease the hell out of your pan so this chicken won't stick. If you don't have parchment paper, use aluminum foil. Make sure it's a non-stick aluminum foil, especially make sure it's Reynolds wrap. You can't use cheap foil, Reynolds wrap. If you don't have that, then use the cheap foil, but grease it down. You want to keep the pan clean. If you don't have regular foil, nothing like that, you just grease this whole pan down with not vegetable oil. I prefer coconut oil because it's a high burning oil and it will take in a 425 oven. Use vegetable oil, you're going to have a smoked up kitchen. So I will use a high burning oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and just grease it down. But I got parchment paper. Some paper. I got this cute little recyclable parchment paper. It's brown. And what you do is get a nice piece and place it on your sheet. Okay. Now, normally I'm precisely with this, but right now I'm not. But it's gonna make a difference. Don't make it too big because it'll fall over in your oven. Get you some thongs. Okay, let me turn it this way so you can see a little bit what's going on. So you get you some thongs. Place the chicken on the paper. Do not move the paper. So I'm using thigh and leg. Thigh, then leg. Thigh, then a leg. Over here. I'm gonna try this how I space them out and let's see how much room we got. Then we're gonna go thigh here. Then a thigh here. Just make sure it's all over the place. Okay, so it doesn't make a difference with order. I have room for it or okay, smooth this back a little bit. So there's a leg up here. So we're gonna roast this chicken in the oven, and we're just gonna take some of the seasoning, as you can see, and put some on top of the meat, because it has the butter in it, so it will hold the chicken moist. Now, you can make a tent for you with this, but I prefer not to. think my TV cut off because it's like an activity that's going on. Okay. Yeah, a little bit on that stuff. Oh, that lady makes sense too. Sorry. Let's get it all out. Okay. And there we go. Now, over here. Oops, I messed up my floor again, but it's gonna get clean tonight. So here's your chicken. And this is supposed to like gonna roast it at 425 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Check it. And what I do is check my meat with, I'm gonna show you in a minute. Put this in the oven. Okay. I always keep one of these, a probe, in my house. I love the old-fashioned probe thermometers. I like to keep these in the house because I want to check the chicken within 25 minutes and put my bake time 25 minutes. I always set my timer. Okay. Do not open the oven within 25 minutes because you're going to let the heat out and it's not going to roast like it's supposed to. But get your probe thermometer. You can use electric or you can go old fashioned like this one, like I got here. I like this one. The thigh has to be at least at between 160 and 180, 160 and above, but try 160 for done. Both meats, especially for the thigh, I normally use this for the thighs because those are tricky ones to bake and try to cook. I mean, keep cooking. So you don't want to mess that up. Probe thermometer always. Okay. Well, that's about it, folks. You can look out at my Facebook page and check out the finished product and how healthy eating is, cooking is. I just did this segment because I'm just doing chicken right now. I'm still juggling what they're going to cook with it. But like I said, so it's going to be broccoli. And sometimes I'm going to make my own version of flavored rice, which is going to have onions. It's just regular cook-up rice, parboiled rice. Onions, a little garlic, fresh garlic, and any other herbs you have in the house. I usually add roasted red peppers to it. It's wonderful. But right now I gotta go to the store and get the rest of the stuff. But I wanna show you, this is just a pre-game show that I just wanna show you how things is gonna happen further on. The next video, I will be doing a full course meal for y'all. This is just a sample for y'all to understand that I do healthy cooking and I love it. So, stay tuned for my next video. Let me move this up because I can't see myself. I don't want you to fall. Okay. So, stay tuned for the next segment of this. I appreciate y'all. Keep looking out for my videos on YouTube. And this is the new beginning of a new thing. It's a 2020 vision for me. Everything from here out is 2020 vision. I'll be on YouTube every day that I cook. You will see a different segment of what I'll be cooking. You'll be learning how to make different sauces and stuff like that. Just to health-wise and certain things. And not all the videos will be cooking. I'll be having guest people coming in and we'll be talking with them. So just stay tuned for the rest of the show. This is for the Hint on Love. Hint on Love. And we'll be out there in the streets, working with schools, houses, and we will come in, parent people. I will come to your house and show you how to make a proper meal, what's healthy and what's good for you, and you will love it. So stay tuned for my channels and keep a lookout. Thank you. Have a good night. Oh, my bad. That's funny.